Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. A bipartisan tax bill that overwhelmingly cleared the House is running into Republican resistance in the Senate. The $78 billion tax package would extend the child tax credit, with the largest benefit going to lower income families. It will also restore key business tax benefits, but now a number of Republican senators are raising issue with the legislation. Some of the concerns wanting to strengthen work requirements for the child tax credit and finding the different way to pay for the expanded tax break. Others are also pushing for the bill to go through committee instead of it going directly to the Senate floor. If the bill is amended by the Senate, then both chambers would have to agree to the changes before it could be sent to President Biden's desk. Jennifer Crumbley, whose teenage son carried out a deadly school shooting in Michigan in 2021, has testified in her own defense. Ethan's father, James, also faces 4 charges of involuntary manslaughter. His trial is scheduled to start March 5th. The Advocate Channel's Jen Sullivan breaks down what Jennifer Crumbley said on the stand and explains why this case is so historic.
Jennifer Crumbley, whose son carried out a deadly school shooting in 2021, now faces her own trial, taking the stand Thursday in her own defense.
Public speaking is probably my biggest fear.
Her son Ethan Crumbley shot and killed 4 students and injured 7 others at Oxford High School. He's serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. His mother has pleaded not guilty to 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. It's an historic case, with prosecutors alleging the gunman's parents are also responsible for the deaths. Jennifer Crumbley testifying that she did know her son had expressed feeling anxiety, but didn't know how bad it was.
Not to a level where I felt he needed to go see a psychiatrist.
The defense Thursday painting her as a good mother, showing posts on Facebook of family trips, playing games, and celebrating holidays. The defense also showing a text exchange between Ethan Crumbley and a friend, where he wrote he was hearing voices and asked his parents to see a doctor.
Do you recall there ever being a time where he asked you to go to a doctor or to get help, and you said no?
No.
Last week, the prosecution showed the jury a drawing her son made, found by a teacher hours before the shooting, of a person bleeding, a gun, and a message that says, "My life is useless." Concerned school administrators met with both Ethan's parents to discuss the drawing. Jennifer Crumbley testifying that the guidance counselor didn't seem to think Ethan was a threat.
He told us that he didn't feel my son was a risk.
If found guilty of all counts, she could face up to 15 years in prison. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
New data shows test scores are slowly rebounding among American students who suffered educational loss during the pandemic. Researchers at Harvard and Stanford have been tracking annual test data across 30 states. Now, their findings indicate test scores in reading and math improved at least for the first time since the pandemic, with students making up a third of what they lost in math and a quarter of what they lost in reading since COVID school shut down. And last year, Alabama was the only state where math scores exceeded pre-pandemic levels, and reading, Louisiana, Illinois, and Mississippi surpassed their 2019 levels. Overall, test scores across the country remain lower than before the pandemic, according to the report. All right, well, check this out. Valentine's Day is less than 2 weeks away, but not everyone has a love to celebrate. Well, if that's you and you're looking for an off-the-wall way to mark Valentine's Day, look no further than the San Antonio Zoo. For a $10 donation to the zoo, you can symbolically name a roach after your ex, and it will be fed to one of the zoo animals. Or you can make a $25 donation and get a rat named after your ex. It's called Cry Me a Cockroach fundraiser. To participate, you'll just need to submit one of your ex's names online before Valentine's Day. Well, download the Advocate Channel app on your phone or smart TV and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest updates, and subscribe on YouTube. There's more Advocate Channel entertainment and news coming up after this break. I'm Aaron Dean.